Greetings, YouTube. This is Fragments of Memory, your friendly neighborhood armchair philosopher. I was on Facebook yesterday, and Jada Pinkett Smith was talking about, what was she talking about? Jada Pinkett Smith was talking about the Oscars and how there were no black actors being nominated for anything. And the one movie that had a black cast, the only reason it got nominated was for the white writers that wrote the movie. That's Straight Outta Compton. I have not seen that, so I don't know anything regarding the movie itself, just that there were two white writers that wrote the film, and they're getting the nomination and not the actual black actors in the movie. Now, Jada Pinkett spoke out about racism being in Hollywood. That's a no-brainer, obviously, because there is racism. And I thought the video that Jada did was very, very heartfelt, very poignant, very, very much, hey, she's going to boycott the Oscars. This is a stand she's taking. And one of the things she said in the video was, black people, don't wait for somebody else to validate your work. Don't wait for someone else to validate you. Don't wait for another culture or another group of people to say, hey, you're okay, because that ain't going to happen. You have to say you're okay. You have to make sure you're doing what you need to do to put it out there. Basically, black people, let's support one another. Let's show love to one another. Let's give each other love as opposed to trying to support somebody else's machine. Make your own machine. But people from Marcus Garvey to Elijah Muhammad to Paul Nathaniel Johnson have been saying this, and many other black spiritual figures, black political figures have been saying this for years. It's just that we haven't heeded that lesson. But anyway, I'm speaking about it because on the flip side, Janet Hubert, who was the first Aunt Viv on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, took this time to make a statement regarding Jada Pinkett's statement about the Oscars. And in her video, she spoke on it, and she made some good points, i.e., don't try to cause black actors to lose livelihood simply because you felt spurned about some Oscars. So there were some valid points in the vid, but where I think Miss Hubert got it real twisted was she used this platform, this wonderful platform, not to speak about black actors' treatment in Hollywood and people of color in Hollywood. She took it to take a jab at Will Smith. And growing up, I loved the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and really dug the first Aunt Viv. The second one was okay, don't get me wrong, but that first Aunt Viv, there were a lot of great qualities about her. And the thing about Aunt Viv, the thing that I liked about Aunt Viv was she was this very intelligent, multifaceted, talented woman. And I think Janet Hubert played her beautifully. And then one day I saw a different Aunt Viv, and it turned out, I guess, being a young person, I heard that her and Will Smith didn't get along. So basically, because her and Will Smith didn't get along, some things happened, and I heard it was public, but again, I didn't know about that. All I knew was Will Smith and her got into it a lot, and then she was off the show, and they had her replacement. And a lot of people, that messed with a lot of people. In fact, when they talk about Aunt Viv, we got two eras. We got the dark Aunt Viv and we got the light-skinned Aunt Viv. Which Aunt Viv are you talking about? In fact, I think there was an episode of the show where Jazz talks to Nikki, the son, and he says, so who are you? Are you still the same guy? And he's like, yeah, I'm still the same. Because last time I was here, that was a different mom. People in the house be changing, so it was there remarking on the change of actor. But anyway, I felt like Janet Hubert I feel like she still has an axe to grind with Will Smith. So I felt like she was taking a personal jab at Jada and Will. Now, I'm not going to speak on her career because I don't I don't diss nobody's livelihood, and I respect the performing artists, and I respect what she's done. She's a talented performer and actress, but in some way, I just felt like it was a dig at Will Smith. She was kind of crapping on Will Smith on some personal vendetta type stuff, not on, hey, I really believe in the purity of black actors finding work and black actors being represented in the media, because we know what is shown in the media is very powerful and it resonates in the minds of people long after the TV is turned off or the movie ends. So I understand that. So that's my particular take on it. Is Jada had some good points, Janet had some good points, but ultimately Mrs. Hubert could have kept that to herself. She could have just kept it to herself, Peace.